Hello. Sorry, I thought I'd just throw the yell of extreme stress into the mix there. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? It is April the 3rd, 2019. Hi. This is Wrestleview Weekly, the WrestleMania Go Home edition of Wrestleview Weekly. Hi, I'm Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of WrestleView.com and co-host of WrestleView Live alongside Adam Martin, who co-hosts alongside with me because he's the editor-in-chief, and he does that with me after every major pay-per-view of the WWE's, which happens to be this Sunday and Friday. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Gills. Hey, CJ. Hey, Grash. Hey, everyone else that's coming into the chat room. Happy WrestleMania week, says CJ. Happy WrestleMania week, dorks. Well, I'm one of you two, so there you go. Doug, what did you mean by also on Friday? What did you mean by that? Because on Friday, Adam, Martin, and myself are going to be doing a live watch-along as NXT Takeover takes place on Friday. Tentatively scheduled, we will be appearing as along the same time as Takeover will be. Kind of treat this as like Mystery Science Theater type stuff. Okay. No, we're not going to be piping in the video. We're not going to be piping in any of the audio. But we're going to get reaction stuffs. And, yeah. Because you all have always wanted to watch wrestling along with me, haven't you? Of course you have. All right. Man, a lot of stuff going on this week. Andrew's kind of putting it out there right now. Okay, how many hours of wrestling? So, if you are a MWT3K, says CJ, Mystery Wrestling Theater 3000? Yeah, that sounds better. Better than Mystery Science Wrestling. Yeah. So, look at it this way. Starting Monday, you watch 3 hours of Raw. Tuesday, you watch 2 hours of SmackDown. Today, or sometime, you might catch the go home of NXT. Then you're going to catch NXT on Friday with the pre-show. I guess that's another 4. Then you're going to catch the Hall of Fame ceremonies. Yeah, 4 hours on that sucker. And then after that, you're going to be catching the WrestleMania itself, which is another 7. But then you're going to also watch stuff with us. Over 20 hours at least of stuff. Oh, yeah, 3 hours. Oh, God. NXT UK and 205 Live. Dear God. Yeah, we're going to approach nearly 30 hours of wrestling content. That's just this week. Not even counting the post-WrestleMania Raw on the following Monday. Then the 2-hour SmackDown. Then the... My brain hurts. Okay? We're going to need some help with this, all right, to try to contain our happiness, our excitement, our cynicism, maybe, who knows, but so much stuff to go through today on Wrestleview Weekly. Go home episodes of Raw and SmackDown, lots of news to cover, including my reactions to the last Sunday's Last Week Tonight piece by John Oliver on HBO, which is more about the reactions than anything else. And also, Changes to the milk carton, plenty. If you don't know what the milk carton is, you'll find out when you keep on going with me here. And also, predictions for NXT Takeover and WrestleMania itself. 20 matches that we have to predict. 20 matches going on this. And as you know, if you are watching the show for the first time, welcome aboard. But if you have been watching this show and you know that when I make predictions of any kind, whether they be matches or otherwise, I am known to lock them. And if I get them wrong, we do a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila. Yeah. The past times, now look, Fastlane, I went perfect. I was undefeated at Fastlane. But that was Fastlane. It's the go-home pay-per-view to WrestleMania. It's tremendously predictable. So you're questioning my abilities of predicting. You don't think I can do it again? You don't think I can go undefeated? We got 20 matches to predict. 20. Seriously, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 matches. The totality of WrestleMania and NXT Takeover. I'm including the pre-show of WrestleMania. 20 matches. We are locking 8 of these sumbitches. 2 of them I will take from NXT that I will immediately do the repercussions of on the live watch-along. But 6 locks going in for WrestleMania. The worst I've done, I believe, is 4. Losing 4 locks. And yeah, 4 shots at tequila, and I chased them with scotch on the rocks. That was probably one of the greatest shows ever. So, 20 matches to predict. With the help of our sources. What are our sources tonight? We are drinking from the chalice of truth, because we're going to be spitting a lot of truth when it comes to the news today, my friends. Drinking from the chalice of truth today, it is a good old friend of mine, No Da. Wow, I love that can. We are drinking a Phantom beer. I don't know how I can really show it. Hop, Drop, and Roll from No Da Brewery. 7.2 ABV. It's a nice little IPA. If you don't like IPAs, well, I don't know what the heck your problem is. Gil says, remember, they like to swerve at Mania. Do they? Do they really like to swerve at Mania? Do they really like to swerve at Mania? Gil's saying, yeah, he's saying I'm going to predict Bray's return at WrestleMania 40. I think I predicted he was going to come back to Raw after WrestleMania, but right now I'm just done. I'm just done. Okay, I'm tired of worrying about Bray Wyatt and trying to predict what he's doing. Right now, he's having some fun with family life, okay? And who can blame him? But again, big show, much stuff to talk about. All right, here we go. Let's start this off with a go-home episode of Raw that gave us so much meme. This week's Raw was brought to you by the letters G, I, and F, because that is all you got from this episode. Tons of gifs, tons of memes, tons of lasting impressions, and oh my gosh, Charlotte with the tiger knee to Wanda Rousey's face, poking her noggin out of a cop car. Utterly fantastic stuff. Seriously. The show was just full of gifs, meme, you name it. Okay? But also stuff that made you grimace, stuff that made you feel very awkward. Let's just start this off right off the bat. Stephanie McMahon coming out announces that the main event at the WrestleMania between the Becky Lynch, the Charlotte Flair, and the Wanda Rousey is going to be Winner take all. No, it's not going to be a unification of the belts. It's going to be a winner take all. Someone's going to be the champ of the Raw and the SmackDown. Someone's going to be the red champ and the blue champ. They're going to have 3D belts. Yeah, that's going to be really neat. 3D belts. Who's going to get it? You'll find out later as I predict the show. Predictable, probably. Who cares? It's what we anticipated. Stop it. Bork Laser comes out to the ring alongside Paul Heyman. They all talk some smack like they usually do. And out comes Seth Rollins, and he talks some smack as well. And, he basically starts spitting the truth that everyone is sick and tired of Bork Laser. Yeah. And, of course, Bork Laser's like, I'm sick of me, too. Yeah, you're damn right. Yeah, I love this. But, of course, Seth Rollins gets the best of Bork Laser on this comeuppance. Great camera shot, by the way. Right here on the mat. Get that WrestleMania sign in. Perfect placement. Just perfect. Great stuff to lead us into the WrestleMania. What do we anticipate from this match? Oh, predictions, guys. Predictions. Go home episodes of Raw are basically just, to whet our appetite for WrestleMania, as if we are not anticipating it already. Mike Tedesco saying on their fun opening segment, big news with the main event, opinion winner take all. I love Seth Rollins' promo and the attack on Lesnar after. Yes. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Enough of that fun. Let's now talk about stuff that's not so much fun. Stuff that's not on our mind at all for the WrestleMania. There was an 8-women tag match in order to get us all hyped for a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships. The team of Nia Jax, Tamina, and the Iconics versus Natalya, Beth Phoenix, and your honorable women's tag team champions, Sasha Banks and Bayley. Everything that you ever needed to know about why Sasha Banks is horrible was shown tonight at this match. Everything. If you are not convinced that the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team title match could potentially be on the pre-show, this sold it. Congratulations, Beth Phoenix. You're out of retirement. Welcome back. You couldn't wait to come back because of how the women have lifted up the division and really been showing their stuff. And so, here we are. Yeah. Welcome back, Beth Phoenix. Go ahead and charge into Tamina. That's really nice doing that through there. Yeah, that's really good. Botchamania by Sasha Banks. Botchamania by Bayley and Sasha Banks. Everyone, Scooby-Doo feet, stuttering like mad. Why this match deserved a commercial break is beyond me. Why? This almost convinced me that they shouldn't even have women's tag team titles. Really. It was bad. Really, really bad. Okay. If you got it on DVR, fast forward through it. If you watched it live, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Batista comes out to address Triple H. So what does he do? All he does is he puts his head down, he points to the Titantron, they play a video of how Triple H can't beat Batista. And then Batista just says, Triple H, kiss my ass. And then he walks away. Well, he puts the blue blockers on. And then he walks away. Simple. Simple. Does it get me hyped up for the match? Nah, not necessarily. Batista's gotten some bags under those eyes. Look at those suckers. Wow. That's like carry-on baggage under those eyes. Jeez Louise. Short, simple, to the point. Yep. Not much you can say about that. Elias is standing outside of MetLife Stadium. He's singing a song and singing a tune. He says he's going to have a concert. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's why this show is going to be 5 hours long. We have the obligatory bring everyone out from the back so that everyone can remember that they're still here before they are injected into a WrestleMania match where all they got to do is just throw themselves over a top rope. This was a unnecessary, uncalled for lumberjack match between Jinder Mahal and Apollo Crews. Again, it's just to show that everyone exists. There were a lot, and I count this towards, the milk carton. Okay. I count this. So many people, so much of the schmazes, people getting tossed out. Connor got tossed out and really cared. Rhino gets tossed over by EC3. Oh boy. Yeah, this whole, fun. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal bound to be on the pre-show. We know that for a fact, maybe. But if you're going to have the Saturday Night Live jokers on there, it might be on the main show. Yes, Kurt Angle's music hits. They play a video package, the incredible 20-year career of Kurt Angle. I'm not crying, you're crying. Yeah. But then Baron Corbin comes out. The buzzkill. Karen Bourbon coming out. Yep. He comes out, interrupts, sarcastically apologizing for interrupting the stroll down memory lane. Says that Angle can't hang with the stars of today. They're just plain better, especially him. And Corbin says on another note, he's getting irritated with the crowd filling his social media saying that Angle deserves someone better as his last opponent. The crowd vehemently cheers. Corbin tells them to cheer all they want, but it ain't going to change anything. Their last image of Angle is going to be a broken down man lying in the ring on Sunday. Andrew saying, you bet the women's one is on the pre-show too. Well, yeah, maybe. Right now, we only know for sure that the Cruiserweight title match is going to be on the pre-show. Angle says they go together, they go toe-to-toe on Sunday, but maybe they should have an exhibition match right now. As Corbin marches down to the ring, he teases to get in. Then Rey Mysterio's music hits. Rey Mysterio says that someone should teach Corbin a lesson. Sure. So instead of Mysterio and Angle, we are instead going to have Rey Mysterio and Baron Corbin. I saw a lot of people really angry about this on the Twitter, as if they were actually expecting Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio to go. No. You don't get that. No, you're not going to get something like that. WrestleMania, after just those first matches and segments of Raw, lots of highs and very low lows with some nice even feel in the middle. So how do we pick ourselves up? How do we get ourselves back hyped for WrestleMania? Well, for the Raw Tag Team Championships, we have the Revival defending against Ricochet and Aleister Black again. Why? They have nothing to do with WrestleMania. At least we thought not until Tuesday. Pretty decent match. Pretty fun match between both teams. Really fun match to really pay attention to. And whee! Ricochet flying over the turnbuckle to perform said spot. This was a typical NXT tag team match. Is it fair to say a typical revival match? I mean, you know, you got to really pay attention, watch out for the blind tags, really pay attention to the surroundings of what the other partner is doing. But yeah, your winner via countout was the Revival, because Ricochet could not get into the ring because one of the dudes from the Revival was underneath the ring, held onto his leg and couldn't have him come back in. Does anyone give the Revival a reaction? Does anyone give anyone a reaction, CJ? Does anyone give anyone a reaction? Seriously, we can ask that same question for 75% of the roster. Okay? To ask anyone why they should be caring about any tag team on Raw, stop it. Stop it. Okay? Tag teams are not the Raw show's bread and butter. It's okay. Heaven forbid we actually get a match involving titles and actually psychology and stuff and stratagem in mind. Okay? This was not a bad match. But if you're concentrating more on what everyone else thinks of it than what you actually think, then you may not be an individual. Just saying. Stop concentrating on what everyone else likes. Did you like it? Awesome. You didn't like it? Awesome. Twitter seems to like the Revival, and I need to. Well, you can like whatever you want, honey. Because America. It was a fun match, though. I enjoyed it. Was I at the edge of my seat? No, not really. Not at all. Oh, yeah, we needed to know that Roman Reigns was drinking water backstage. Yes, Alexa Bliss is backstage talking to Tyler Breeze and EC3. They're standing next to him about Bliss brags about how she's doing what she's going to be the host of WrestleMania. EC3 talks about how Saturday's Weekend Update was great, but stops when Braun Strowman walks up. EC3 and Breeze cower away. Strowman storms off, looks at two guys watching Weekend Update on their iPad. Strowman says he's thinking of them as the two Saturday Night Live guys, and so he's going to meet them in the ring. You mean Braun Strowman's going to be squashing two guys tonight? Hell yeah! That sounds fun to me. Roman Reigns is backstage getting interviewed, and then McIntyre jumps him from behind. We got lots of segments today. Lots of segments. All the Riot Squad are making their entrance because they're about to face Wanda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. With a caveat in this match that if Lynch, Flair, or Rousey turned on each other at any time during the match, they would be kicked out of the main event. I kind of like that caveat. That was pretty good. Because then what it would lead to is all three of them doing the blind tags and being angry and everything. Rousey winning the match by submission on Liv Morgan, and then immediately following the tap, pop! Throat punch to Charlotte Flair, and it is on. Yeah, beat the crap out of everyone. We got to call security. Now we got to call the PD. Yeah, we call the PD. What's awesome is check out the female officer here on the right side of the screen, constantly with her hand on the gun as if she's actually going to, do something. You would try to restrain. I wonder what Washington, D.C.'s crime rate is like, because these are some of the most lax police officers I've ever seen. I mean, come on. Really. I could make some really horrible jokes right now about police brutality and stuff, but I'm really not. I'm just going to leave that for you guys. I'm just going to serve you up a grapefruit, and you knock that guy out of the park. So, yeah. They're all handcuffed. They're all taken backstage to the pre-taped segment that was done. It wasn't live. It was pre-taped. Where they're all handcuffed. Yes, the smart thing to do as police officers is when you have a bunch of people beating up each other, you want to put two of them in handcuffs in the same car. Washington, D.C.'s finest. Washington, D.C.'s finest. This makes the Keystone Cops look like CSI. And then I think probably one of the best parts of this entire segment was this black car. So Becky Lynch is inevitably taken out of the car. Ronda's in the car by herself. She somehow makes her way to the front, to the driver's seat, and slams on the gas, causing the black car to ram into the regular police car. And everyone's like, what happened? And Ronda's still just bitching and trash talking the whole time. The whole segment was fantastic backstage. One of the better pre-taped segments they've had in a long, long time. Suddenly we get this scene of, here we go, Rousey sticking her head out, yelling at people, yelling at Becky Lynch, and then, out of nowhere, shut up. Why she didn't use her foot? I thought she would use her foot. You know, it would have been a hell of a lot better if she used her foot. Oh, man. Tiger genocide. You know. Tiger knee. Oh, boy. Yeah, it is on a loop for a reason because it's so good to see. The sell is fantastic. Can we? Look, we need to face facts on this GIF and this meme and everything. Ronda Rousey is the best seller on the roster. Period. Okay? She sells like $1 million. She went to the Dolph Ziggler Academy of selling. All right? Fantastic. Just taking it and draping her entire half of her body over the window. Fantastic stuff. Okay? Great. I am really looking forward to this main event. It's going to be fun because it's no DQ. Anything goes. We're going to see kendo sticks and tables and chairs, no ladders. It's going to be so gloriously garbage fight. I cannot wait. Okay. Someone put Sweet Dreams in that. I know I saw that, Andrew. What I also saw was someone take it when Charlotte connects with the knee, the entire screen going to black and white, and then the Grand Theft Auto font going wasted on it. Oh, God, it was so good. Just so good. Anyway, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable have a match against Heavy Machinery, and Heavy Machinery win. Nice little fun thing for you to know that Heavy Machinery is still good. Yes. Braun Strowman is going to smash two small white people. Watches him as he choo-choo, as he runs through them along the ringside. I love that stuff. It is fun. Don't care what anyone says. I could watch Braun Strowman destroy small white men all day long. Bobby Lashley's in the ring, along with Leo Rush and Charlie Caruso, asking him if he should be concerned. And Lashley says the only concern at WrestleMania is where the after party is. Well, that's what Rush said. It sure as hell ain't going to be in D.C. Lashley says he's not afraid of an Irish fairy tale like the Demon. Finn Balor is the Demon, and the Demon is Finn Balor, and he whoops Balor every single time. And then Finn Balor appears on the Titantron, tries to act all sinister, and then shows up. So we are getting the Demon at WrestleMania. I am not taking that shot. Are we shocked? No, we're not shocked that we're getting the Demon. No, we're not shocked at that at all. But for the love of God, Balor. Really? Do we have to do the tongue and the swirling around of the head and all of that? I don't know. That's not intimidating. That's just to some, a lot of people watching that might be incredibly turned on. Yeah, this is so great. We get the entrance. I hope the match doesn't last long. I really don't. I really hope it doesn't last long. Main event of the night: Rey Mysterio versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin over Rey Mysterio with a mighty deep 6. over clean. Corbin clean over Mysterio. I want to say that again for posterity. Corbin clean over Mysterio. If you had that at some point in the past year, and you called that, I need to ask you about odds-on favorites for the NFL right now. Because holy cow, out of nowhere, I am really honestly looking forward to Kurt Angle versus Karen Corbin. It's going to be fun. Don't care what anyone says. Complain all you want. We're going to get a John Cena sighting. Don't worry. It'll be okay, honey. Overall, what'd you think of the show? Oh, by the way, Karen Corbin was blindsided from behind on the ramp, celebrating his win by Kurt Angle. So it's all okay. What'd you think of the show? 57% said no. I don't like it. I'm only saving my total disgust for WrestleMania. And who can blame you? Because you only have so much disgust and negativity to hold in. You got to have it all for WrestleMania. And all the joy that you have is going to be for NXT. That's what it's going to be. Yes, that's what it's going to be. But, so that was the Red Show, where we put it in such a high regard. We set such high bar for the Monday Night Raws. So, the Tuesday Night Smackdowns, it shouldn't be any... God, it's going to be great. SmackDown's going to be fantastic. Because nobody watches SmackDown. It's true. Nobody watches SmackDown. Coming to you from Baltimore, the Kevin Owens Show starts off the show. His guests are AJ Styles and Randy Orton. They, of course, make fun of each other. Hey, who wouldn't? But it is all... I'm right now trying on my side here to find the tremendous Kevin Owens gif. This show was also meme-tacular. Okay? This was just absolutely meme-tacular and gif-orific. Trying to find me. Yep, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. That gif right there. Because after Randy Orton and just called AJ Styles his a corporate bitch, Kevin Owens does what any one of us would immediately do. Thunderous round of applause from everyone involved. Just great. Okay, Kevin Owens just standing up, turn, walk away. just walk away. Walk away. Okay. Kevin Owens is fantastic with this. Okay. He's just going, nope, I want none of this. I'm not going to get punched in the face. Nope. He will be doing this every week. This KO show thing is fantastic. All right. This is his shtick. The babyface Kevin Owens is starting to grow on me, just as long as he's not full of virtue is the big thing. Kevin Owens cannot be full of virtue and, moral high ground. Okay. For everything that he's done in the past, he doesn't have a whole lot of moral high ground to stand on. But to just be a funny, obnoxious guy, it's perfect. That's all he should be. Okay? He'll be loved in matches like that. And the thing, too, is I believe he's going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay? He's just come back from injury. He's trying to, he's just had cleanup surgery on both knees. You don't really want to wear him out. Okay? So I got absolutely no problem with that. I just love him just walking away like that. We have another tag team match of the 8-man persuasion. Aleister Black and Ricochet work way too damn much, but they're in this match teaming along with the Usos to go against Bar, Rusev, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Why? I don't know, but they have the match. And Usos and Aleister Black and Ricochet win, but after the match, Alexa Bliss's music hits. She comes out. She says that as the official host of WrestleMania, she has to be here, and says that the 3 juvenile delinquents have been released from jail, that being Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda. And they will main event WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston's going to be challenging for the WWE title, and Kevin Owens is acting like he's a better talk show host than her. But the one thing she noticed is that SmackDown lost its spirit of competition. Case in point, the Usos. She says they may have won their match, but they did forfeit last week. Bliss says that was so noble, so heroic, and so deserving of repercussions. Therefore, she's announcing that at WrestleMania, they'll be defending their SmackDown titles against all of the teams that they were just in the ring with. Fatal 4-way SmackDown Tag Team title clusterfuck match. We called it. No, we didn't. I think we had the Hardys being in that match. Where is it? Here's my thing that I got locks for on here that I wrote down from shows past. Locked Daniel Bryan Kofi. Locked Lashley with the Fonz with the Demon coming out. And locking no Raw Tag Team match. No Raw Tag Team match. I love it when I'm right. Yes. So, Fatal 4-way clusterfuck. No Hardys. The Hardys are going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Iconics are in the ring now. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. They're just having so much fun. They make fun of all the girls that are in the Fatal 4-way women's tag team match. It's looking like they're going to win the titles, to tell you the truth. The Miz says the Miz is out now. He has something to say. Miz says WrestleMania means different things for different people. For the women, it means making history. For Kofi, it means finally breaking through. And for him, it means retribution. He talks about how his show, and he says he's so proud of himself, and he's never been so motivated. He loves his family and shit like that. Whatever. For how much you love your family, Miz, you've got a 3-on-1 match against Sanity. Well, it's a handicap match. Sanity. Doing Shane McMahon's bidding. Shane McMahon's music hits. He comes out to the ring. And he just kind of gloats that he's the best in the world. As the match progresses, Shane McMahon's music hits. Once again, he comes out and says, oh, by the way, 3-on-1 handicap match. It is now a Falls Count Anywhere match. So all kinds of nuttiness ensues, where Alexander Wolf gets put through a table along the outside of the ring. Killian Dane gets his head slammed into an electrical box. And Eric Young takes a knee to the face and a rolling dumpster to the noggin. And The Miz wins. And after all of this happens, Becky Lynch shows up by a taxi that brought her up. No, wait, the taxi didn't bring her to the show. The police car did. Police car brings in Becky Lynch. She's not in handcuffs. Becky Lynch comes over to the ring, just takes Corey Graves' microphone, stands on the announcer's table and says, yeah, she's going to win, blah, 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 blah. I'm really flying through all of this. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, okay? Go-home episodes of Raw and SmackDown going into Mania are not necessarily stuff you need to rest on, you know? An 18-person tag team match is the headline that Roy decided to put on this. That's what it was. 18 people in this match. Once again, we had a lumberjack match on Raw. How else can we show you that everyone on SmackDown matters? We put them all in a big, massive tag team match. And what do? We have a big, tremendous schmoz. A big, big schmoz. And left standing in the ring is Asuka. Okay. Sounds fine to me. I do think at one point during this match, Lacey Evans' music hits and she walks down the ramp and back up it. Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali, which could have been a pay-per-view caliber match. it was really telling great stories about a month and a half, 2 months ago between the two. But now it's become a throwaway match to show how strong Samoa Joe is. And by the way, he's no longer Mustafa Ali. He's just Ali now. So at least he got to keep his last name. He's not by his first name, because everyone seems to just keep their first name. Finally, it is probably the best part of the show, is the contract signing for the WWE Championship match where Daniel Bryan will be defending against Kofi Kingston. Crowd red hot. Molten lava hot for Kofi. Chants abound. Kofi, Kofi. Kofi Mania. You deserve it. Name your chant. It was done. Okay? Fantastic. I really wish I could play it, and I don't want to read through the entire promo, but it's fantastic storytelling by everyone involved about how Daniel Bryan, everyone's ignorant and not listening to him, being educated about Kofi was once like Daniel Bryan, and that he got sucked up in the fad, but the fad is not reality. Don't let the fans be parasites to you. Of course, Kofi's quick rebuttal is, I'm not like you, but if you think that I am like you, then you know what's going to be happening at WrestleMania. Fantastic storytelling. Fantastic delivery by everyone involved. Was a really, really great segment. Check it out if you haven't already. Should definitely get you hyped for the Mania. What did everyone think of SmackDown? I thought it was pretty decent. Not a whole lot of matches to pay attention to, but the segments and everything were fun, I thought. What'd you think of the SmackDown Lives? I have joined 78% who say thumbs up. As always, as is tradition, SmackDown is better than Raw, though nobody watches it. Hopefully people will be watching it when it's on Fox in October. Those were the red and the blue shows, but now it's time to talk tons of news. Lots of news. Some of the happy persuasion, some of the sad persuasion, some of the anger's persuasion, but some that gotta leave you thinking a little bit. Time for the news. Unfortunately, starting off the news with the passing of Terry Funk's wife, Vicky Funk, passed away March 30th. Last week, we're looking at last Friday. Hall of Famer Ted DiBiase posted to Twitter Saturday that Vicky Funk had passed away on Friday evening. DiBiase noted that Terry and Vicky were like second parents to him. As of this report from Saturday, there is no known cause of death. Yeah. So, yeah. Not much I can really add to that. Let's talk about people's contractual status with companies. Okay, this makes for interesting talk. So, on the 28th, and that being last Sunday. No, not last Sunday. Not last Sunday. Damn it, Doug, can't you read a calendar? Last Thursday? Yeah, last Thursday. So, last Thursday, all over the Twitter was this report that Goldust's WWE contract has reportedly expired and he's expected to be a free agent in May. It was according to Pro Wrestling Sheet that Goldust's WWE contract has recently expired and that he is currently waiting for the 90-day no-compete clause to come to an end. It is not known at the time of this report as to when in May Goldust's no-compete clause ends. It also should be noted that Goldust has removed all mentions of the WWE from social media. During the latest video of Road to Double or Nothing, the AEW guys out of Jacksonville, that there's a tease that Goldust could be the opponent of Cody Rhodes at that show at the Las Vegas MGM Grand on May 25th. Hold your horses, everybody. Goldust is coming to AEW. Until he took to the Twitter that same day, confirming that he was still under contract with the WWE and that everything is just talk. In fact, that is what he said. This response came out just after that report by Pros Wrestling Sheet. Here's the post right here. I am still under contract with the WWE, and everything that is being said online is just talk and complete bullshit. This is exactly why I hate smart marks. They aren't smart marks. There's nothing smart about it. There's nothing marking about it either. It's just being liars. Trying everything they can to get eyeballs onto their website. That's what it is. I'm going to try something new. Starting right now. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try something new right now, and I'm going to fill you guys in on what just popped into my ginormous brain. Okay? It is about time that we hold all of these news sites, hold their feet to the fire just as much as my feet are held to the fire whenever I get a lock prediction wrong. Okay? It's about time we do this. I'm talking about we start taking notice. We start marking things. We start tallying. We start recording shit that's wrong. Okay? Because as you all know, here at Wrestleview, we pride on giving you the news. Okay? Not rumor, not innuendo. We give you news. Okay? Am I making a list? Well, yeah. I'm going to take shots when they get it wrong? No, I'm not going to. Oh, God. I'd be dead before WrestleMania if I did that, Crash. I'm not going to take shots if they get shit wrong. No. What we're going to do is we're going to take stock and take note of when they get stuff wrong. Okay? And there's got to be a point to where after so many marks that you're just stricken. Okay? We don't care anything that you say anymore. You know? And I hope some of my some of the writers are watching right now or listening right now. I'm making a list. Here's my list. Here's my list. Here we go. Doug's list O B S. Well, it's in reverse, but you get the gist. Doug's list of BS. The list of Doug. How about that? Yeah, that sounds better. That sounds way better. It's really tough to write in mirror. You know, it really is. List. Oh. There we go. That's even better. List of Doug. So it be said. So it shall be written. So it shall be done. Pro Wrestling Sheet got your shit wrong in less than 12 hours. So that's one for Pro Wrestling Sheet. Why is it always a sheet? Why is it always a sheet or a dirt sheet? Why is it a sheet, though? It shouldn't be a sheet anymore. We're digital now. I hope you're drinking this. Drink it in, man. Drink it in. Pro Wrestling Sheet. And I'm writing on here specifically Goldust. Now, if it turns out that when Double or Nothing happens over in Las Vegas and Goldust happens to appear, then we put Goldust on this list. Okay? But, till then, that's what I got. And that's all I got to say about that. Speaking of contracts, current WWE Tag Team Champs, the Usos, have come to terms with new deals with the WWE. This is according to PW Insider. Both Jay and Jimmy Uso reportedly signed new agreements with the WWE several weeks ago. Their current deals were set to expire at the end of this month. So, yeah. There you go. Let me see. You have to pardon me here. I gotta do some stuff here real quick. Just bringing stuff to the side. Hey, look at that. That's Emma. You remember when Emma used to be a thing? I remember when she used to be a thing. Yeah. So apparently she's no longer at the Ring of Honor anymore. Yeah. Apparently her deal expired. She was signed with Ring of Honor last February after she was released by the WWE 2 Octobers ago. Well, she let that deal expire, and as official on the Twitter, back on March 31st, free agent, happy, healthy, and healed. Well, good for you. So what you gonna do? I don't know. Oh, who knows where she could be going. Oh, where are we? Where are we? Ah, there we go. Yes. Former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez to make his pro wrestling debut at Triple Mania with the AAA Federation. The MMA star took part in a press conference yesterday afternoon. This was as of reporting on the 27th. To announce that he would make his debut at AAA's Triple Mania event on August the 3rd in Mexico City. He said, quote, "I will be an in-ring performer for sure. With more time learning this beautiful sport, great things will happen." Velasquez made his long-awaited MMA at UFC, returned to MMA at UFC on ESPN1 back on February the 17th, where he lost to Francis Ngannou. The fight was officially ruled a knockout, although Velasquez appeared to hurt his knee, allowing Ngannou to finish the fight quickly. So, Cain Velasquez is going to whoop up some little critters in Mexico. Amen. Arriba. Get him, Cain. Cannot wait to watch that stuff. Cannot wait. And also on the signing front, Jim Ross has apparently signed with AEW, described as most, quote, lucrative deal in commentary history. The Hall of Famer has agreed to a 3-year deal with All Elite Wrestling per a press release that was issued this afternoon. Ross's official title with AEW will be Senior Advisor. He will make his debut at Double or Nothing on May the 25th from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on pay-per-view. Here's the official announcement from them. Yeah, it's basically telling you everything you need to know that you already knew about Jim Ross and how he is great and yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, you know who's kind of feeling really good right now? It's JoJo and Bray Wyatt. Because JoJo and Bray, they announced they are expecting a child. They announced all of this last week. Yep, there you go. Expecting a child. Yep, it's called Kanash. Knash. Let's see, that's what they noted that the baby would be called. Mike Rome has been filling in for JoJo as the Raw ring announcer due to her absence from TV and house shows, which is now believed due to her pregnancy. No shit. Bray Wyatt's last televised appearance was last August during the SummerSlam Go Home edition of Raw. Yep. We've been monitoring it. We've been keeping tabs on where that creepy little guy's been. He hasn't been on TV, that's for sure. This is interesting. So, Viceland has released a trailer for their new pro wrestling series called The Dark Side of the Ring. The series, noted in an article by Variety, will review some of the most infamous moments and untold secrets of pro wrestling's past. If you are pretty much like an in-deep wrestling fan or wrestling writer, critic, whatever you want to call yourself, you're more like me, they're really not going to be talking about anything new. But they're going to be examining the tragic love story between Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth, the dark history of the Von Erich family, the Von Erich curse. The Montreal screw job. The locker room fight that led to the death of Bruiser Brody. The mistaken homicide and later ruled drug overdose of gorgeous Gino Hernandez. And, of course, the industry manipulation allegations and sexual misconduct on the fabulous Moolah. So, everything that makes you cringe about pro wrestling, here's your show. Here's the show for everyone who wants to hate professional wrestling. But also, here is the show that talks about shit that happened with professional wrestling over 20 years ago. Time moves on, okay? And I guess this also happens when, young people go through USC film school and they get a wild idea, Yeah, this, I don't know. It seems like this dark side of the ring, this sounds like a project. It sounds like a grad school project to me. Okay. I don't think they're really going to reveal anything that we don't already know. Court filings reveal the upcoming WWE schedule, the first Fox TV taping for SmackDown. This was according to F4W Online, reporting that the WWE revealed the company's upcoming schedule in 2019 via court filings and a recent lawsuit featuring dates for the rest of the year. Funny, I'm more concerned about what the lawsuit is. What lawsuit? What's going on? And why would a schedule be released in court filings in a recent lawsuit? Of what? And besides these scheduled dates of May the 3rd, Saudi Arabia pay-per-view event, June the 8th, NXT Takeover in San Jose, September 9th and 10th, TV tapings in Madison Square Garden, September 23rd and 24th, tapings at the new Chase Center in San Francisco. October the 4th is the debut of the Fox TV SmackDown show at the Staples Center in LA. NXT TV taping dates for Full Sail: April 10th, May 1st, June 12th, 13th, August 15th, September 11th and 12th, October 24th, and December 4th. What's the lawsuit? Why was this released in a lawsuit? What lawsuit? F4W Online, let's just do this right now. Hey, F4W Online, what lawsuit? What lawsuit is this from? When was this report taken out? March 29th? Let's look at it together, shall we? Nope, we can't, because it was way, way back. So, yeah. I don't know what that lawsuit is. I would think that's more important news than anything else. But again, what I know, this is wrestling. We talk about wrestling. We don't talk about actual news. Linda McMahon resigned from the Trump administration on this will be effective on April the 12th. The former CEO announced that she would be officially resigning from her role as head of the Small Business Administration in the Trump administration. McMahon, who made the announcement last Friday, will finish up on April the 12th. Man, that's really nice of her. I'm glad that, sometimes shit just gets too thick and you can't hike your boots can only be hiked up so high, and it's always good to know when to leave. When it gets really bad, when you've got to look out for number one and save yourself. That's the smart thing to do. But then President Trump revealed that Linda McMahon would be part of his 2020 re-election campaign. She announced that the resignation was going to be official on April the 12th. But in a video posted by the White House on that same Friday, President Trump talked about McMahon leaving her role as part of the Small Business Administration to, quote, help us with a very important year and a half we have coming up in regards to the re-election. this will be part of next year's 2020 re-election presidential campaign process. The McMahon family has had a continued relationship with President Trump, dating all the way back to involvement in WrestleMania events at the Trump Plaza, and later his high-profile involvement in WrestleMania 23 with Vince McMahon. No shock. No shock. Who used Drumpf in the title? I used Drumpf in the title. I have a web-based Google app that substitutes all of Trump's last name with Drumpf, because that's his actual last name. It makes me smile. Why is Adam stealing my gimmick? I don't know. I don't know why Adam steals my gimmick. I don't know. WWE announcing the Worlds Collide events for WrestleMania 35 Access. Lots of people, lots of critters, lots of matches. Like Thursday from 6 to 10, you will see Roderick Strong versus Tyler Breeze, Dominic Dijakovic versus Harper, Sanity versus Undisputed Era, and Cassius Ohno versus Aiden English. That's going to be a fun one. Cruiserweights collide on Friday. Sessions 1 and 2 Cruiserweights from 205 Live, NXT and UK and NXT will soar. Because we're going to see Tyler Bate versus the Brian Kendrick, Akira Tozawa versus Jordan Devlin, Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews versus Arya Davari and Mike Kanellis, Albert Hardy Jr. versus Grand Metalik, and it's a 4-way versus Grand Metalik and Ligero. It's a 3-way. Sorry. I'll tell you, the Access stuff is fun, okay? When WrestleMania weekend comes up and you're attending, you must attend the WWE Access, the WrestleMania Access. Stories I could tell when we went 7 years ago to Miami for WrestleMania at Access was when NXT was kind of in its infancy before the WWE Network started, but gosh, I saw the tag team of Bo Dallas and Husky Harris squaring off against Cesaro and Damian Sandow before any of them came to the roster. That was fantastic. Damian Sandow had me rolling. Okay. NXT UK tapings on Saturday. That's right. They're going to be doing an NXT UK taping. Brands Battle Royales between all of these people on Sunday between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. Two 20-man Battle Royals. Holy crap. And then Women Collide one day after Female Superstars main event on Monday. The WWE Women's Evolution continues to take center stage at Access on Monday. Matches involving the women include Io Shirai versus Sonya Deville, Toni Storm versus Nikki Cross versus Bianca Belair in a 3-way. Baby. Piper Niven versus Zelina Vega. That's going to be a fun one. And then Candice LeRae versus Kaylee Ray. Hopefully you'll be able to tell those two apart. That, again, WrestleMania Access is very, very fun. If you want to travel to wherever the hell WrestleMania is, but you don't want to pay up for the ticket to go to WrestleMania itself, go to Access. It's definitely worth it. It's worth it. Worth it. MetLife Stadium is releasing a code of conduct advisory. They did this earlier last week. Basically, all you really need to know is please arrive early and allow extra travel time due to regional traffic. Event is rain or shine. Umbrellas are not permitted, but ponchos are. By the way, let's go ahead and be weatherman here. Time to go to it's time to go to Weather Underground. Let's do a live AccuWeather forecast from Radar Doppler 2004. Let's find out what the hell's going on over there. No, not in San Francisco. East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's right now 43 degrees. No, it's 60. Oh, well, that's neat. What's going on 10-day? What is the forecast for East Rutherford, New Jersey? Jamel saying to take a shower, brush your teeth, don't bother women who don't want to talk to you, wash your damn hands after using the bathroom, and for Christ's sake, take a fucking shower. Yep. Sunday. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good day. It's going to be 63-degree high with a 49-degree low, mostly cloudy skies. What are you talking about in no page error? Again, a 63-degree high with a 49-degree low, mostly cloudy skies. Chance of precipitation, not much. Looks like the chance for rain has gone down considerably over the past week. So, I'll tell you what. You're catching a reprieve. It's going to be 49 degrees. Bring a jacket. You're going to be cold. Drink a lot. You're going to be cold. Okay? But now, it's the part of the news times to where we kind of got to be a little serious. Okay. So, last Sunday, HBO's Last Week Tonight, hosted by John Oliver, showcased the WWE. And what I mean by showcase is that, they put a microscope on top of them, figure out what they're all about, and find out a lot of bad things about the WWE. So, I wish I could play the entire video, but if you haven't watched it, do so. Okay? Will you learn something that you don't already know? Probably not. But watch it anyway. You'll be informed if you don't know it. So there you go. But it's a 23-minute long segment divulging into the WWE. Specifically, the mortality rate of professional wrestlers. WWE killing the territory system. It's the history of the WWE, WWF, how they became the WWF. Vince McMahon's heel character dives into that. How Bret Hart on Vince McMahon having a history of treating wrestlers like circus animals. And also why the WWE deals carry exclusivity despite independent contractors being classified as free to work for whom he or she chooses, according to the IRS. Basically, WWE superstars are independent contractors in the eyes of the WWE and the IRS, even though they are not free to work with whomever they choose because their contracts prevent them from doing so. This show by John Oliver and Last Week Tonight, I absolutely love. I watch every single episode of it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay? And there's never been a show that, doesn't open my eyes and, realize what the hell is going on around me. Okay? There's nothing bad that I can say about this show at all, about this piece in general. Everything he says in there is pretty much true. There's nothing we can, you can only, you just kind of squint and grimace and go, but I like WWE so much, but they're such a horrible company. Why do they do this? Well, it's kind of why John Oliver at the end of the show brings up how the fans are the most important aspect of professional wrestling and the WWE in general. So there you go. Reactions to the piece. Okay. First off, mainstream media picked up on it. We have headlines here from Deadline Hollywood. John Oliver addresses the Mueller report fallout and slams the WWE boss Vince McMahon. Time, John Oliver body slams WWE ahead of WrestleMania. Newsweek, John Oliver calls out asshole WWE boss Vince McMahon ahead of WrestleMania. Yeah. Also all over the Twitter, Colt Cabana. ESPN contacted me on doing a story about concussions for E60 years ago. I told them that wasn't the story. The story was on independent contractors. Congrats to John Oliver and Last Week Tonight for their great piece, and I hope it gets people talking. Alex Del Barrio. Thank you, John Oliver, for exposing the fraud that is the independent contractor status of WWE talent. Guess what? It doesn't just apply to the wrestlers, but it also the announce team. I was an independent contractor that was required to report to work on certain days. Chavo Guerrero Jr. Last Week Tonight. Thank you, John Oliver. keeping up the good fight, hashtag not independent contractors, hashtag union. Jim Cornette saying, well, after a complete viewing, this is the absolute most truthful outside media piece I've seen on wrestling in over 30 years. Gail Kim, will trolls call him bitter too? Sometimes you got to hear it from an outside source and one who is precisely accurate. So, what's an Alex Del Barrio? I don't know what an Alex Del Barrio is. Should we find out together? Let's find out together what an Alex Del Barrio is. He's a sports anchor for KGBT Sports TV and Sports Radio 610. He's a former NXT ring announcer, Alex Reyes. So, yeah. Okay. He's probably on NXT for a hot minute. I know, Jamel, I'm tired of hearing from Gail Kim too, but yeah, it's reactions to the thing. So, reactions on Twitter to the Last Week Tonight piece. So what did the WWE have to say about this? What I absolutely love is, first, you remember when we broke news of Dean Ambrose being not re-signing his contract and he will be leaving after WrestleMania? And remember how we got an actual statement from the WWE, and then not but minutes later, the WWE posted same said segment on their website? Remember how we did that? It's pretty cool, right? And then all the other sites popped up and ran with what we got. No problem. Okay, that's how news works. Okay? News agencies often reference other news agencies. Okay? That's no big deal. Okay? I saw so many news sites on Twitter saying they got an exclusive statement, or WWE reached out to them regarding this. WWE contacted us. Pro Wrestling Sheet. They contacted us at PW Insider. Really? Really? You're saying the WWE contacted you specifically because you're a valid news source and you'll reach the most people to let them know what they thought about Last Week Tonight's piece on HBO, which airs to a healthy amount of people that don't read the news sites that the WWE is supposedly making a statement to. All of them. All of them. All of them did this. Every one of them. PW Insider, Wrestling News Observer, Pro Wrestling Sheet, 4FW, all of them did it. Us at Wrestleview. As reported earlier, HBO's Last Week Tonight examined WWE's use of the term independent contractor in regards to wrestlers last night. Host John Oliver took the WWE to task on other topics, including healthcare, wrestlers dying at an early age, and controversial moments involving Vince McMahon. The WWE issued the following statement to media on Monday. Media. All-encompassing. Everyone got one. Not just you. Everyone. WWE issued the following statement to media on Monday about the segment. Quote, John Oliver is clearly a clever and humorous entertainer. However, the subject matter covered in his WWE segment is no laughing matter. Prior to airing, WWE responded to his producers, refuting every point in his one-sided presentation. John Oliver simply ignored the facts. The health and wellness of our performers is the single most important aspect of our business, and we have a comprehensive, long-standing talent wellness program. We invite John Oliver to attend WrestleMania this Sunday to learn more about our company. Same segment, same everything. That's right, Jamel, you're not special. One thing I will give, though, is, and we go along with this is Pro Wrestling Sheet, though, did reach out to HBO, they claim, for WWE's response. Here's the thing. Well, first off, HBO's response to the WWE was, quote, "The show likes to let the segments speak for themselves, and we will not be available to comment on this," end quote. Credible news organizations rarely mention themselves when news is released. Rarely. If it's known by all outlets, they don't call attention to themselves. The Mueller report's been released. NBC News has just gotten word that the Mueller report... No. Everyone was told about it. ABC has just learned word that... No. Everyone. Okay? You don't call attention to yourself. You just put out the news. That's it. Many of these same outlets that said that the WWE reached out to them to give them a statement did not give HBO's retort. Pro Wrestling Insider did not. Wrestling News Observer did not. 4FW did not. Again, just giving one side because it's the only side that they really get. Don't look to dig deeper into a story. They only care about what's going on the wrestling side. Anything to try to, make the hole a little bigger that the HBO just dug in, I don't understand why pro wrestling news sites were so one-sided in this. Where they just wanted to get a reaction from the WWE, but not a reaction from HBO from WWE's retort. I don't understand how most pro wrestling news entities are not digging deeper on this. The segment's been out since Sunday. Why aren't other entities, Pro Wrestling Sheet, F4W, Wrestling News Observer, Pro Wrestling Insider, why aren't any of these entities jumping on this? Why? Why aren't they? Where's your interviews with all of the wrestlers that say that they love talking to you? Where? Colt Cabana loves to talk. Where is he? Where's the interviews? Where's the exclusives? Don't you have them on speed dial? You've got the sources with the WWE. Come on. You got to know more than the stupid little press junket they send out to make themselves look good inviting John Oliver to WrestleMania. You know good goddamn well he's not going to show up at WrestleMania. He's not going to kowtow to that. Come on. Dig. Ask questions. Further. Maybe, and here's one thing, and it was brought up by honestly reading various sites. Not actually various sites. I'm going to put it this way. You know who's been digging the most on these kinds of stories? Normal people on Twitter. Normal people. For example, why are the independent contractors? Why hasn't the federal government done anything? Because of Connecticut state law. That's why. So dive into Connecticut state law. Why is it like that? How did it become law? How long has it been law? Is there could it change? Jamel saying it bets. It's almost like they aren't really journalists. Doug, that sounds like something you should do. It is. It is something that I'm doing. It's what journalists do. We research. We call. We reach out. We spend copious amounts of time to verify. We spend a lot of time analyzing, confirming, to bring news. However, there is no such thing as journalism in professional wrestling, people. There isn't. I'm sorry. Because it's so hard to believe. We just got done debunking a story from one site saying that Goldust was going to be hung up his boots, and he's going to be waiting for his no contract clause to end so he can go to AEW at the end of May. And the guy himself just went on Twitter and refuted it. It happens on a monthly basis. Some joker on a website puts out a report, no confirmation, no nothing, only to get your attention. They call themselves news. Sources confirmed. There's no journalism in that. And that's the thing. It's just like in pro wrestling, there's no ethics. I mean, seriously. There's nothing more difficult than being considered a journalist in professional wrestling when you're trying to get interviews with those that are trying to sell you and work the people that they believe you would be talking to. Working. Selling. It's what it's about. And I believe it's up to us on our website to dig through all of that. To just find the straight facts. That's all. Or at least when stuff is out, we attribute those that have and hold their feet to the fire. Andrew says, so this may be why Vince doesn't want to move the company elsewhere because of Connecticut law. Yeah. Vince don't want to go anywhere else but Connecticut. Nowhere else. That's why he's staying put. Okay. I think I will do that, though. I'd like to investigate that law in Connecticut. But again, you would expect journalists, news sites to do that, to dig deeper. Yeah, I think it's about time I do. I mean, right now I'm just kind of a reporter. I'm a reporter. I need to get my feet back into journalism is what I need to do. Goose, that being said, if Cody really wants to make a shockwave for AEW, you should give a contract to talent insurance. Well, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Yeah. I need to dabble back in my journalism. At times when I was at Reality from Ringside Radio and doing all that research that I used to do. Yeah. I think it's about time we do that. I'm getting a hell of an itch right now. News on the injury front. Let's get to happier stuff. Let's talk about happier, more exciting things and not just trivial times. Okay, if I can find it. Where are you? Which one is it? Hello? Hello, which one are you on the Twitter? I'm trying to find you on the Twitter. I'm trying to find, because Luke Harper said really nice things. Luke Harper said really nice things. Somewhere. Trying to find it so that I can read it, because that print is very, very small. Where is it? There we go. No, not that. Yeah, I'll just try it. We'll look for him right now. I know it's up there on the screen. Twitter, dear Lord, live TV. This is called professionalism. Professionalism. Oh yeah, that's why. Let's just go directly to Luke Harper. Luke Harper issued a statement regarding his injuries. Yeah, he had a funny with his son, but I'm talking more about the serious stuff. Posted this on March the 29th. I want to kind of read the gist of it here. I'm 39 years old. I've been cleared since February the 6th. I haven't been brought to one television taping since I left to have double ligament reconstruction wrist surgery on October the 2nd, 2018. 6 years ago, I wrestled multiple matches at Access as part of FCW and was involved in Undertaker's entrance. 5 years ago, I had a front row seat to watch Bray Wyatt wrestle John Cena. 4 years ago, I competed for the Intercontinental title in my first WrestleMania singles match. 3 years ago, I wrestled Brock Lesnar in Toronto on a network special. 2 years ago, I came within inches of competing for the WWE title in the very match AJ Styles won his first, and within inches of being part of the WWE title match at WrestleMania with Bray and Randy. 1 year ago, I won the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles with Rowan while my wife and 2 sons watched from the front row. Next Thursday, I will be wrestling Donovan Dijakovic at Access. Full circle. I have so much to prove to myself, to the WWE, to the industry of professional wrestling, to my wife, and it is my responsibility to show my kids how to handle adversity. Next Thursday is the answer. Are the doubts real, or is this the first step of the climb? I promise you I will come prepared, and you will get my very best that night, Mr. Dijakovic. Just know, be careful thinking of this as just an access match, because to me, this is WrestleMania. I'm not throwing away my shot. Good luck. Luke Harper gets it. Luke Harper totally gets it. Okay? This cat cannot wait to see him again, and it will not shock me if he just goes to NXT. I don't see why not. He could be a powerhouse on NXT. Less travel, better on his body. Why not? I know sooner or later that's what we're going to see, are people going back to NXT or just going to NXT that have never been to NXT. We've seen Tyler Breeze make appearances. We saw Sasha and Bayley make an appearance. You know, why not? Why not indeed? Those on the injury front. Jason Jordan with a neck injury. We don't know if he's retired yet or not. Sami Zayn, torn rotator cuffs. He should be back for WrestleMania times. Fandango, torn labrum. He was supposed to have been back 2 months ago. We don't know what's going on there. Akam, reconstructive knee surgery. He'll be back in May. Ember Moon had emergency elbow surgery the day after Royal Rumble. We have not heard from her since. Tomato Chomper, neck surgery. He's going to be out for at least 9 months to a whole calendar year. And finally, the worky work of John Cena with an ankle injury. He was supposed to be at the Royal Rumble, but he wasn't. That allowed for Braun Strowman to be in the Rumble. So, those are the people who have got the boo-boos going into WrestleMania. But what about the people who are healthy? What about the people who are just fine? What about the people who have not been on TV for 3 weeks? How could you not have been on television for 3 weeks when you just had the go-home shows for WrestleMania? There's no excuse why you can't be on TV unless you're on the Milk Carton.
I'm walking to WrestleMania. I'm going to point at a sign, but these people aren't.
Kurt Hawkins. We haven't seen him since the March the 4th gauntlet match. It was a tag team gauntlet match that involved everyone going up against Heavy Machinery because everyone thought that Heavy Machinery were goofs. Well, yeah. Where are they? Yeah, no Kurt Hawkins. No Zack Ryder. Nowhere to be seen. Too busy buying toys is what they're doing. Johnny Gargano. He is on here because he is on the WWE main roster. Okay? Just as well as Aleister Black and Ricochet are. So, Johnny Gargano. Haven't seen him since February 25th when he was giving Ric Flair a hug because it was his birthday. Are we going to see him on the main roster? I don't know. Are we going to see him on TV? I don't know. Can NXT afford to lose him? I don't know. Alicia Fox is too busy hanging out with her musician boyfriend somewhere very tropical, drinking a lot of margaritas and pina coladas and strawberry daiquiris, I'm sure. Think we may have seen the last of her, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid. I'm afraid of what's happening to her. Yeah. Not Akam, but Razar of the Authors of Pain has not been on television since, let's see, where is this? I hope I'm reading that right. Yes, February the 4th, where he had harsh words or grunts with Apollo Crews because Apollo Crews liked Kurt Angle. Apparently they were supposed to have a match on TV, but never did. So, he will be back in time when Akam is fully healed in May. They need to go somewhere else. They need complete repackaging, rebranding, everything. They need help badly. Mickie James. We haven't seen her since February the 4th when she gave Kurt Angle a hug backstage. Since then, she's been lost in the void for somewhere. I'm sure she will appear in the Women's Battle Royal. I'm sure she will. Dolph Ziggler is too busy trying to perform stand-up comedy horribly. Just because you're a wrestler doesn't mean you can also... Just because you're a wrestler performing in front of 7,000 to 8,000 people doesn't mean you can perform effectively to get one specific outcome by only 100. So, I'm pretty sure we may be seeing the last of him. Who knows? Not Primo Cologne. Epico Cologne is no longer with us, but that's not Epico Cologne. That is the stalwart of the Milk Carton. Since the go-home episode of Raw leading into SummerSlam on August the 13th of last year. Dude, last year. 8 months on the Milk Carton. He is the record holder, my friends. He is the record holder. He makes No Way Jose look like a very, very hard worker. Yeah, Bray Wyatt. When's he coming back? Who the hell knows? He is the president of the Milk Carton. President of the Milk Carton. Will he stay on now that JoJo is peppermint, or will he hold down that, or can he still hold down the spot? Right now, he's going to stay with JoJo throughout the pregnancy. I'm sure she's already given birth. I'm just putting it out there. She may have already given birth. They're just trying to make the right pictures. Because those pictures that they had of JoJo there took a lot of work to do. They were not just done that day. Okay? So, you heard it from me. I think she may have already given. There may already be a Kanash. If that's a name. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, I guess. So, yeah. That's just what I think. That's not news. That's why, again, I can't really... It's more reporting and speculating than anything else. It's not news. Jamel should tell them to shutterfly and holla at your boy. Uh-huh. So, that's the WWE Milk Carton. Those are the people that are probably not going to be at WrestleMania this year. Along with everyone who's heard, of course. So, speaking of WrestleMania, holy crap. Okay. All right. Drink from the sources and the chalice of truth. It is now time to take what you've learned from Fantasy Booking 101. Stop thinking about what you want. Think about how to create a story. Think about how to resolve a story. Put it better. Because it's now time to predict WrestleMania weekend. All right. 20 matches. 2 locks out of NXT. 6 locks. 15? 6 locks out of WrestleMania. What happens when I don't get a lock pick right? We take a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila. The 2 lock picks for NXT, they will be imbibed, if I am wrong, on the watch-along show that we will be doing with Wrestleview, alongside Wrestleview here on the Wrestleview channel. 7 o'clock, Friday night, watching NXT Takeover alongside you because, hey, welcome to the party. So, hey, Brian, this could be the end of Doug. I think that's really said for every single, top final Big Four pay-per-view. Whenever it's a Big Four pay-per-view, there's so many matches I have to predict. That's when I get done in, okay? WrestleMania, I feel very confident, okay? We went undefeated at Fastlane last go around. We're going undefeated this time. So, here we go. Let's start this off. NXT Takeover New York 2019. All right. We got to make 2 picks. 2 locks, but we're making all the picks. Velveteen Dream is defending the North American title against Matt Riddle after last week's NXT binging of nearly 8 hours of NXT. What am I thinking with this? Matt Riddle is fantastic. I mean, he has got the facial expressions down. He's got the nonverbal cues down. He is a great baby face in peril. Okay? Fantastic at it. Velveteen Dream, I don't need to say anything about Velveteen Dream. You already know that he's fantastic. What is weird about this is this match right here encompasses everything about NXT that separates it from the WWE. Oh, what do you mean, Doug, that it's going to be fantastic and they're 2 great characters? Blah, blah, blah. No. Who's the face and who's the heel? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Who's the one I'm supposed to cheer for and who am I supposed to cheer against? Am I just supposed to cheer for one? There are going to be jokers in that crowd just cheering for both of them, just to cheer and chant, just to chant and get everyone's attention. That's my problem. It sounds good when you say it, but when this match happens, if you are a regular viewer of WWE content, you'll feel lost. You'll feel lost in this match. But not me. We watch it. This is it's a respect match. It's an honor match. It's, oh, I deserve this. You deserve this. Now, beat each other up. Someone be angry that someone got poked in the eyeball. Someone make fun of their mom. Something. I need hatred. And that is honestly the problem with this nearly entire show. There's no hatred. It's just all honor and respect and completely ambiguous bullshit. Velveteen Dream retains. This match is love. This match is love. Pete Dunne defending his NXT UK title against my man, my boyhood crush, a man that I have no problem doing anything he says, Walter. This match is everything that you should love about professional wrestling. When it only goes so far as to not confirm who's a face or a heel. This match is by far the best match on the card. It's easy to build. Walter debuted on NXT UK about 2-3 months ago at their first ever NXT Takeover over in Blackpool. Made debut at the end of the main event. He's had a squash match. He's had a match against a mid-card Kofi guy, Coffey, one of the Coffees. And then he had a tag team match alongside Pete Dunne going against the Coffees. Simple build, simple everything. Then Pete Dunne said that he wanted to go against Walter. Okay? What makes this fantastic is just how simple it is. Okay? This is not about, I deserve this, I deserve that. The champion chose Walter. Then Walter just says at the end of a contract signing, you know it, these people know it, that title is mine. That's it. There is no touting of how long you've been in the business, how much you've toured around the world, how many titles you've won, or anything like that. It is simple. It is refreshing. And it is Pete Dunne, who weighs about under 205, soaking wet, stands 5'11", going up against Walter, who is 6'6", I believe 295, close to 300. No, I think he's 330. Yeah, he's about 330. This is a big guy. Hits you like a sack of potatoes. Chop you in your chest and your cavity will cave in. This is going to be a fun one, guys. This is going to be a very fun one. I'm taking Walter and I'm locking that son of a bitch. No question. I will take a shot if he loses. I'll take 2 shots if he loses. I might do that, okay? No, he's getting it. All right. And the thing is, it might be a squashing. Don't be surprised, okay? And yes, Pete Dunne right now is the longest reigning champion in all of the WWE. Ashley brought it up in the chat room. He's been champion now for, I think, well over 650 days. He's due to lose. This is the guy he's going to lose to. Period. Nothing else. No protection. No run-ins. No DQs. No countouts. No nothing like that. No. Squash. Clean. Walter is the closest thing to Vader we will have. Fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's title. Shayna Baszler defending against Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane. This is kind of a tough one. You know? Because Shayna Baszler has gone against everyone here except Io Shirai. Her match with Bianca Belair at NXT Takeover Phoenix for the Royal Rumble was a really fun match, I thought. Told a great story of Belair. All the talk was that she's overrated, that she didn't belong there, but held her own. And if it weren't for the referee going down, she would have won. Kairi Sane got Baszler and Sane had way too many matches together. Take your pick. Each one might are worth a watch. Io Shirai is the different one here. I'm trying not to go too far into the deep end when predicting this. So all I'm going to really say is Io Shirai is your new women's champion. And I'm leaving it at that. Because I know every single freaking takeover since Shayna Baszler's been champion and Ronda Rousey's been champion, everyone's like, oh, Shayna Baszler's she's gonna jump the ropes, she's gonna go to the main event, she's gonna go and help Wanda. Blah, 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 blah. Stop it. No. Stop it. No, no, no. Just keep it at that. Just focus on the match. Don't do it. Don't do it. There was a match that I thought I had a slide for, but it ain't showing up. and that is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The War Raiders defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet. No, War Raiders are retaining. We'll just leave it at that. But for the NXT Heavyweight title that was vacated by Tomato Chomper due to his neck being hurt, it is Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Here's what needs to be understood here, okay? So Johnny Gargano and Tomato Chomper were brought into the main roster to mainly drum up a lot more interest in the TV shows because it was fading fast. So they bring up Aleister Black, Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, and Tomato Chomper to do some fill-in spots on Raw and Smackdown, mainly in tag teams, and have some little singles matches here and there, especially with Black and Ricochet. But the plan was to have Johnny Gargano and Tomato Chomper as a tag team, and they would face the likes of the Revival again, the Bar, Usos, New Day. You take your pick, that's what they would be doing. That was the plan. And they were hoping that Tommaso Ciampa, that he could undergo neck surgery past WrestleMania, that he was good to go for WrestleMania. After that, he could have neck surgery, and that's all she wrote. We don't have that. So, what was the plan then for the main event of TakeOver? It wasn't just to be Gargano versus Ciampa. It's supposed to be a three-way with Cole in this. Why is Cole in this? So that Ciampa and Gargano head off to the main roster. Adam Cole will be your new NXT Heavyweight Champion, and I'm locking it. I think that's a safe lock. I think that's safe assumptions, too. And also, I believe there's a hell of a lot more that we can do right now with Adam Cole as champion than Johnny Gargano. I know it's Gargano. Gargano. I like saying Adam Cole with the Undisputed Era behind him. Oh, it's the NWO all over again. Except they're geekier and smaller. Gargano to the main roster? Yeah. No, that was the plan. That was the plan from the get-go. He already is. He's already on the main roster. Hell, Black and Ricochet are already on the roster. Black and Ricochet are doing double duty this weekend. Go figure that. So, Cole is going to be your new champ. Florida Adam Cole, like Hollywood Hogan, except with bath salts. Yeah, that kind of sounds about right. All right. Time for the WrestleManias. Time for the big one. I'm sorry, there are 20. Yeah. No, there's still 20 matches. 15 matches on the WrestleMania card. What are the pre-matches? Oh, who the hell knows? Does it really matter? I'm not going to lock those. 15 matches on the full WrestleMania card. I will be making 6 locks. 6 potential shots of tequila that I'll be taking on next week's show, which I have planned to be a real doozy of a show. You watch. Let's start it off right now, folks. Buddy Murphy defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Tony Nese. Tony Nese looks like he's sitting on the throne or something. He's trying to pass a stone or something. Buddy Murphy retains. Right now, this is just going to be a retainer. He's right now just holding the title until we receive new talent on 205 Live. Who specifically on 205 Live? There is some guy out of New Japan that's going to be coming in soon. Could have Sami Zayn. Though I think Sami Zayn is actually going to be going to NXT UK. But no. No, I'm going to have Buddy Murphy retaining. And then You never know. We might be seeing Kushida. The time splitter. Time splitter Kushida. With the weird Back to the Future references and get up or whatever. 8-man tag team. No. It's a fatal 4-way for the SmackDown tag team titles. The Usos defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet, The Bar, and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Those are the teams. Oh boy. I had one thing down, but I think I'm going to change it just right after I just had an epiphany. I just had a thought. Something popped in my bubbly noggin. So, the Bar's had it way too many times. Rusev and Nakamura? I don't know. Black and Ricochet? Problem is, you've got a superstar shakeup coming up next week. Not next Monday, but the Monday after that. And I've been eyeballing the Usos going to Raw. Stir things up over there. So who do I want holding their titles? Who do I want holding the Usos titles to keep on going on with SmackDown? I'll give it to Black and Ricochet. I got to do it. Yeah. I mean, look, they've been the workhorses, okay? Ever since their debut, they have been on TV, on Raw and SmackDown every single week. Every pay-per-view they've been on. You want to talk about being shoved down your throat? I'll take Black and Ricochet on that one. The Women's Battle Royal is definitely going to be on the pre-show. All the women are going to be in the Battle Royal, tossing each other over the top rope to win a trophy of some kind. I don't know. It's a woman standing there in a singlet. Mickie James is going to be in it. But who's going to win this? I know who's going to win it. I'm very confident in who's going to win it. I'm even so confident as to lock it. I'm so confident I know who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble. I am so confident that I'm going to lock it, and I'm so confident to lock it because she's not even in the picture. Who am I thinking of, everybody? Look at that picture. Who's missing from it? Andrew saying Alexa? Nah. She's been on TV at least every week. Come on. No, Ember Moon's hurt. It ain't Ember Moon. That's right, Ashley. It's Lacey. Lacey Fox is going to win the Women's Battle Royal, and I'm locking it. Come on. Do I need to convince you why? Do I need to convince you why? I'll sell you right now. She was entrant number 1 at the Royal Rumble. Toe-to-toe with Charlotte. She's been on TV nearly every week doing nothing but walking up and down the ramp and being obnoxious. She hasn't said a word since Royal Rumble. Why do you think they keep showing her on TV every week? Why? So they can inevitably put her on a match in SmackDown and have her go. No! It's for a moment like this. To where Asuka's celebrating in the ring. She's tossed everyone out. She's celebrating. Out comes Lacey Evans, just walking down the ramp like she usually does. And then she gets in the ring and tosses Asuka out. Calling it. That's how it is. That's how it should be. But if it doesn't happen like that, that's okay, and I take the shot because I don't know shit about professional wrestling. But Lacey Evans winning the Women's Battle Royal, and I'm locking it. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Oh my God, it's going to be so boring. No. Braun Strowman's going to win it. He's going to toss some Saturday Night Live guys everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now we're on the main card. Yeah, we're on the main card now. I want to say this is going to be an 11-match main card. Okay. Bobby Lashley defending the Intercontinental title against the Demon Finn Balor, who really likes to stick out his tongue a lot and move his head all around because he's got little dread thingies coming out of his noggin. It pains me to say it, but it's obvious. The story with Bobby Lashley as champion and Finn Balor always going against him and Balor always getting these chances is because Finn Balor, the man, cannot beat Bobby Lashley. And the only way Balor can become champion is if someone else beats Bobby Lashley. That's been the story. And there's nothing wrong with that. Whether it be, the only way that he can is Finn Balor can be champion as long as he's not doing something to Bobby Lashley. Okay? Whether he pinned Jinder Mahal, whether he pinned Leo Rush, he cannot beat Bobby Lashley. Can the Demon? Yes. Will the Demon beat Bobby Lashley? Yes. Could Finn Balor lose the title within 3 weeks after winning it? Yes. Absolutely. Finn Balor is your new Intercontinental Champion, and I'm locking it. I'm eyeballing him to go to SmackDown. Just so you know. Just throwing it out there. Got a lot of big things to talk about when it comes to following WrestleMania. There's a lot of stuff following WrestleMania. But yeah, the Demon's a lock. I'll do it. I really have no choice. Kurt Angle, farewell tour against Karen Corbin. Yes, Kurt Angle's going to win. I'm going to lock it. I got to save myself here. Okay? I have to save myself. I've got to give myself a surefire. Okay? I got to give myself a surefire. Yeah, that ain't happening. Will John Cena make a run in? Sure. John Cena could be making a run in. See Elias make a run in. Yeah. I could see Elias making a run in during this and then John Cena making a run in. See a lot of people running in for some reason. So yeah. Kurt Angle with the lock, shenanigans to help him out. Samoa Joe, this was put together very, very hastily. Samoa Joe defending the United States title against Rey Mysterio. People are thinking we're on the Rey Mysterio farewell tour just because he introduced us to his 6'4" son, Dominic. I'm on the contrary here. We are the reason we booked this match is to reward these two gentlemen. Okay, Samoa Joe was supposed to be at WrestleMania last year. Supposed to be at the one before that. All right, he was supposed to be a dominant fixture going into Mania. Rey Mysterio, welcome back, Rey Mysterio. We've given you a very lucrative contract. Thank you so much for signing up. We're going to give you a WrestleMania match. This was a match that was really force-fed. Okay, that was just shoehorned in. And tried to... There you go. Okay? But it doesn't mean anything. It hasn't been built. It really has not been built. I'm taking Samoa Joe on this one. Samoa Joe's going to retain. Expect really horrible things to happen to Rey's son, who is much taller than both of these men. Seriously. Dominic is taller than both of these guys. Yeah. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton in a battle of who's older and who knows more. Isn't that always what we go through in life? Battling those who think they're smarter than us? AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Whole match revolving around, once again, I know more than you do. No, I know more than you do. I'm the master of the wrestlings. No, I'm the master of the wrestlings. Oh yeah, well you're a corporate bitch. Oh yeah, well you're a snotty nosed jerk face. For the past 2 times that we have seen, actually the 2 of the 3 times we've seen these guys in the ring, it's been Randy Orton landing an RKO of some kind. All throughout the Twitters for the past 2 or 3 days, WWE has been showing the glorious gif of Randy Orton RKOing Seth Rollins to hell at WrestleMania. It was the same WrestleMania that Seth Rollins cashed in Money in the Bank and won the WWE Championship. There's way too much RKOing going on. Way too much. There's a reason they're showing that video. It's to let you down. AJ Styles is going to beat Randy Orton. How? I don't know. He just is. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm the master of these things. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Where's the sources? Where's the sources on this one? This has got to be on the pre-show. This has to be on the pre-show. Fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships. Sasha Banks and Bayley defending against Nia Jax and Tamina, defending against Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and defending against the Iconics. If this has not been bumped down to the pre-show, I will be shocked. Part of me wants just absolute botchamania all over. I want this to look so horrible. I want us to be affirmed and reaffirmed that having women's tag team titles was a bad idea. So how do we make it a good idea? We put it on a tag team that knows what the hell they're doing. Okay? Believe me, I really want to give it to the Iconics. I really, really do. But damn it. I don't know. I really think it should be the Iconics. I mean, if I put it on Sasha and Bayley, what are you going to do with them after that? They've beaten every tag team. Seriously. Every one of them. I have to. I have to pick the Iconics. I have to. I can't do Nia Jax and Tamina. There's going to be an inevitable turn happening there. I can't do it on Natalya and Beth Phoenix because, God, Natalya is so God awful. And Beth Phoenix is there for a one-off. It ain't happening. Iconics. New women's tag team champions. They got their moment with the Super Showdown over in Australia. There was a point to where they weren't on TV for a fair amount of time because they were homesick in Australia. They're a great act. I think they can carry those. I think they could have more fun with those titles than the 2 that have it right now. Drew McIntyre, here to play the part of metastatic cancer going up against Roman Reigns. He says that he is scarier than leukemia. So yeah, once again, I got to take layups when I get them. Okay, I can't turn it down. All right, Roman Reigns locking it. I gotta take my layups when I can. Though I will agree with Jamel in the chat room, this match is going to be fun. This is Roman Reigns' first full match, singles match, in a ring since October, since he was battling leukemia. Amazing still to think that he's back after such a short amount of time. But this match I'm looking forward to. It's Roman Reigns' homecoming of sorts, coming back to the WWE into a ring at WrestleMania in a great grudge match. A fantastic grudge match that's been built very well. This will be a fun one. Roman Reigns over Drew McIntyre, locking it. This is a really awkward one. We knew this one was happening. Talking about the Shane versus The Miz Falls Count Anywhere match. We knew this one was happening. I mean, we read this 4 months ago. 5 months ago, practically. It's so awkward seeing The Miz as a babyface, you know? But again, it cannot be the chivalrous babyface. The babyface Miz that we want is a face like Edge, okay? We need that kind of a babyface, all right? Don't give us reasons why we should like you. Just say the obnoxious shit that we think is funny, and then you got us. But last week he had to give his spiel about how much he loves his family and his father and everything. That's why this feud feels so weird. I totally get it. It's a reality show, and you got characters that are going to be from the show. They're at ringside. You're going to have the whole damn family from the Miz and Mrs. at ringside for this show. All of them. They're all going to get their licks in. Okay? However, it just doesn't feel right, though. That's why I want this to get over with. End this. The Miz wins. Okay? But just end it quickly. Don't have a rematch. Don't have anything else. Let Shane fall off whatever the hell he wants to fall off of. Okay? Just end this so that we can get The Miz doing something other than talking about his family all the time. Quite possibly one of the weirdest pictures of a performer I've ever seen on a poster for WrestleMania. Talking about Triple H. Look at that body. Look at this. That is not Triple H. Okay? Not at all. And they still rolled with this same picture. Triple H versus Batista. If Triple H loses, he will forfeit the rest of his career. He will no longer perform in the ring. Jesus. Yeah, look at him. That is not his body. That head does not match that body. Okay, why is it like that? What is happening? Batista is going to come out just in blue. You know he's going to do it. He's going to wear blue shades. He is going to troll everyone so hard. He's going to troll like mad. Nah, Triple H is winning. You know damn well he is. There's no question about that one. Triple H is winning with his weird neck and shiny boobs, and who knows what kind of entrance he's going to have. It's going to be something involving motorcycles and Motorhead and barbarians and scantily clad women, I'm sure. All right. Now we get to the heart of the shows. The big matches. Stretch yourself. Here we go. For the Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar defending against Seth Rollins. This was kind of tough to think about. Come to a resolution with this whole Brock Lesnar having the Universal title and having everything fall in his lap to basically retain the title. Really tough. It's really tough because is Brock Lesnar still going to be with the WWE? And if he is, do I take advantage of him and have him work on Friday nights for SmackDown? If I have him retain, who am I serving up to him next? Oh, boy. I really think Seth is going to win. I really think that. The past matches with Brock Lesnar have been pretty simple. Finn Balor, no brainer. Daniel Bryan, no brainer. This one? No, I'll go Seth Rollins. I'll take that chance. I'll take Seth Rollins, but I'm not locking it. No, I'm not locking this one. Roman versus Lesnar at SummerSlam, says Gil. Maybe. My thing is that I see Lesnar being a fixture on a different show if he's still going to be with the WWE. If not, and you keep him as champion on Raw, who are you feeding to him? Who on SmackDown is going to be fed to him? Because no one on Raw is worth the time of day, except maybe Drew McIntyre. No, I'll take Seth Rollins. I'll take that chance. I'll take Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, your new Universal Champion. There's way more you can do with a Seth Rollins champ right now than a Brock Lesnar champ. All right. Everyone, 11 years. 11 years. E-L-E-D-E-N. 11 years. Kofi Kingston, with his weird-looking chest and his obnoxious vertical jump that only goes up but doesn't go forward, going up against Daniel Bryan for the wooden belt. This is an absolute no-brainer. No-brainer whatsoever. If I lose, it'll be while I am laughing my ass off. Okay? I'll take Kofi. I'll take Kofi to be the new WWE champion. I'm locking that sucker. Doug, what are you doing? Because Kofi's going to lose the title the next day. That's why. Kofi's going to lose the title just as quickly as he won it. Okay? No question. No question. Because right now, I want to build up a rivalry even more between Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. It is a great little makeshift thing that they've got going right now. There's no other rivalry that'll be going on SmackDown right now. Kofi Kingston, new WWE champion of the wooden belt. New wearer of the wooden belt. Lock it. Finally, the main event. The one that everyone bitched about was going to happen, but now happy that it is happening because they had memes and gifs to bring them in. Ronda Rousey, your Raw Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair, your SmackDown Women's Champion. And Champion of the People, Becky Lynch. Winner takes all. Triple threat. What are we doing? We're locking whatever the hell we pick. All right. Make your cases. State your cases. Make your cases for any one of these three to win. Any one of these three. Why would I have Ronda Rousey win? Well, I'd have her be a champion going into whichever show she chooses, and she would be on both shows. Charlotte Flair. Why would I have Charlotte Flair win? So that she can be on both shows, but she's already been on both shows. Becky Lynch. Why would I have Becky Lynch win? She's been on both shows. Who cares? I think I did this by narrowing it down. There's no 4 horsewomen. Stop it. There's not going to be. They are all way too green. I'm not talking Shayna Baszler. I'm talking the other two. I'm talking about Duke and Shafir. They are way too green to be brought into the show. Right now, what this show needs is a good exclamation point. It's going to be Becky Lynch raising those titles and the pyro going on. And then Ronda's going to end up getting the Raw title back. Or, no. She's going to end up getting the SmackDown title, and she's going to go to SmackDown, where we can get Charlotte and Ronda one-on-one, where we can get Asuka and Ronda one-on-one, Lacey and Ronda potentially one-on-one. We can get Lacey and Becky Lynch on Raw. It's more about what are we doing after Becky wins. What are we doing after Becky wins? What are we doing after she wins? We're going to have the Extreme Rules payback show, where we're going to have the same title matches, but, do a reset. What am I doing? I'm having Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey one-on-one. And the winner gets to choose which title they want. No, actually, it's just going to be a title match or whatever. Something's going to happen to those titles where they get split up again. They're going to find a way to get Becky Lynch on Raw. And they're going to find a way to get Ronda Rousey on SmackDown. Is what they're going to do. How are they going to do it? I don't know. They could have WrestleMania end in controversy. Have a triple threat. Whoever gets pinned ain't a champion. Just a thought. It's a nice little interesting thought. So, it makes for an interesting triple threat when you kind of do it like that, because one person pinning another and the other one is not going in to break it up. So, Becky has to make a choice on Raw the next night. Yeah, that'll happen. Then the SmackDown title becomes vacant. Ronda and Charlotte to battle it out for it. That makes good sense. Everything makes way better sense with Becky as the winner, though. Almost with Ronda, but I'm only thinking of Ronda as being like a dual brand champion and seriously appearing on each show, beating people on each show. And that's not very productive. It's not very productive. I'll take Becky winning both the Raw and SmackDown women's titles, and I am locking that sucker. God, my brain hurts. My eyes hurt from staring at the monitor. So, here we go. Quick rundown. NXT Takeover, New York 2019. I've got the War Raiders retaining their titles against Aleister Black and Ricochet. I've got Velveteen Dream retaining over Matt Riddle. I got Walter is your new NXT UK champion, locking that guy. Got Io Shirai is going to be your new NXT UK women's champion. And I have Adam Cole, your new NXT heavyweight champion, and I'm locking that. On to WrestleMania. Buddy Murphy retaining against Tony Nese. The Aleister Black and Ricochet becoming your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions in a fatal four-way with the Usos and The Bar and Rusev and Nakamura. Women's Battle Royal, Lacey Evans, and I'm locking it. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Braun Strowman. I've thought of someone being buried. If I have a thought of someone being buried under tables, well, that's a good thought to have. I got the Demon Finn Balor becoming the new WWE Intercontinental Champion over Bobby Lashley. Don't worry, he's going to lose it again within 2 weeks. Kurt Angle in his farewell tour against Karen Corbin. There's going to be a John Cena run-in. You know it's going to happen. Kurt Angle's going to win, and I'm locking that. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the United States title. Samoa Joe will retain to give us a better looking program going past WrestleMania. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Too much RKO's going on in the past. I'm taking RJ Styles? No, AJ Styles in this one. I'm taking the Iconics to become the new women's tag team champions to save the women's tag titles from Sasha and Bayley. Roman Reigns defeating Drew McIntyre on behalf of everyone who's ever had cancer. Locking that one. The Miz over Shane McMahon to put that entire program quietly to sleep. Triple H over Batista. For God's sakes, Triple H, find better people to Photoshop your body. Seriously, for shame on this picture. Seth Rollins becoming your new Universal Champion over Bork Laser. Kofi Kingston is your new Wooden Belt Champion over Daniel Bryan. And finally, Becky Lynch becoming both the Raw and Women's SmackDown Champions. That match alongside the Kofi Kingston win for the Wooden Belt are both my locked picks to end this show. Oh boy. Oh, this is going to be a weekend. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Get yourself a lot of food. Get yourself a lot of caffeine. Get yourself a comfortable chair. Plenty of pillows. It's going to be a long, long ride. Thank you so much for everyone showing up in the chat room. Andrew, Ashley, Gresh, Jamel, CJ, Brian, Gills, I think I mentioned him before. Tony, yeah, Goose stopped by to be annoying or something. I don't know. Yes, thank you all so much for stopping by. This week, Friday, on this same thing, this same channel, Friday, 7 o'clock, NXT Takeover Live watch along alongside with me and Adam Martin. You may not hear a whole lot from Adam Martin because he's going to be doing a lot of typing because he's going to be recapping the show on the Wrestleviews. You'll be able to see him live, tapping away, while you'll see me drinking and laughing at stuff and making fun of things and just be in the chat room and make fun of it with me. And we'll try to see it. Everything should sync up fine and we'll be good there. Also, Sunday, WrestleMania, you know where to be afterwards. Right here. Adam Martin and myself. Also, covering the WrestleMania. Also, Mike and Victoria Tedesco are going to be not just at WrestleMania, but they're also going to be Friday at NXT Takeover, where after the show, they will be at a live Q&A session with Triple H. Because that's been the thing. After every Takeover show, there's a live Q&A with Triple H. They will be actually physically there with Triple H to do the Q&A. So cool. They will also be trying to call in during our Takeover show and our WrestleMania recap. So much stuff going on this weekend. We really hope you all will stop by. But I really appreciate you stopping by right now. Thank you so much. You guys have a good night. I'm going to try to finish up my Chalice of Truth. It's starting to hurt a little bit. But get a lot of sleep, guys. You're not going to be getting it for a while. Know when you're being sold to.